If you're a psychology lover and a sucker for personality tests, then you probably know about the MBTI test. Perhaps you have a friend who is INFJ and you want to know more about them. Or maybe you're an INFJ yourself. Either way, one thing is for sure. INFJs are very rare and they have their own personal secrets. If you want to know exactly what they're all about, then today's video is for you. So just sit back, relax, and we'll tell you all there is to know about INFJs. First of all, what exactly is the MBTI test? As most of you probably know, MBTI is short for Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. It was published in 1943, and it is very useful when it comes to personal development, career counseling, relationship counseling, and the like. There are 16 total types, and today is all about the INFJ, meaning introversion, intuitive, feeling, and judging. These folks are dominant introverted intuitives. They're also called the advocates. Private and mysterious as they are, there are many layers to their personalities that you might never get to know at all. That being said, here are 10 surprising secrets about the INFJ that you probably didn't know before. Number 1, they're very rare. INFJs are statistically the rarest personality type. Only 1 to 2% of the world's population identifies as INFJ. So, naturally, it's very hard for them to find like-minded people whose weirdness is compatible with theirs. What's worse is that they're very intuitive. This means that they will often get hunches or gut feelings without being able to explain why or how they got them. This tends to alienate them even more. Number 2, they have incredible forecasting abilities. INFJs are born with an incredibly sharp sixth sense. Many times, they'll foresee future implications with so much accuracy that it's uncanny. It's almost as if they're psychics. The secret lies in the way that they perceive and process information. They recognize patterns and make predictions. Simply put, INFJs are just wired to be in tune with the future. Number 3, they're both emotional and rational. INFJs said to be too emotional for the thinkers, but too logical for the feelers. This makes them very balanced and well-rounded. Some popular INFJs in history include Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa. Number 4, they create deep emotional intimacy. This is perhaps the greatest strength of this personality type. They have a desire to connect deeply with others. INFJs often look for friends or romantic partners who are their soulmates. These are people who truly click with them and fulfill their needs for an authentic connection, intimacy, and meaningful conversation. When they do find someone like that, it feels like a true miracle. Number 5, they're extroverted introverts. INFJs aren't your typical introverts. They're more like ambiverts. They prefer being alone only when the situation is uncomfortable or when they need to recharge their social batteries. Otherwise, they're talkative and open. They go to great lengths to ensure that everyone feels welcome, so they often come off as extroverted. However, sometimes they may get too enthusiastic and push themselves too hard. This can leave them feeling drained, so they feel the need to regularly disappear and get back in touch with themselves. This can be confusing for friends and family who take their retreats personally. Number 6, they're sensitive to conflict. INFJs cannot stand conflict, and many of them learn to avoid confrontation because of this. They have this incessant need for harmony in their relationships. Whenever conflict arises, they feel physically as well as emotionally distressed. Number 7, they are highly perceptive of others. The moment an INFJ walks into the room, they can read the atmosphere and understand everyone's moods. They don't just remember their coworker's birthday or how they take their coffee. They can get into people's heads, figure out what they're feeling. Pro tip, don't ever try to lie to an INFJ. They can tell you're lying, even to yourself. Sadly, others don't seem to get INFJs as well as they get them. They often wish someone would understand them as they'd like to be understood. Don't we all? Number 8, they absorb other people's emotions. INFJs don't only sense other people's emotions, they absorb them like a sponge and feel them in their own bodies. This is especially true if the person is close to them, like a friend or a spouse. It can get confusing and overwhelming at times to have to feel not only your own, but other people's emotions. But this also gives them the ability to empathize with people's suffering and tell them it's going to be okay. It's like a superpower of sorts. Number 9, they often end up in one-sided relationships. INFJs are great listeners, and they never feel the need to hog the spotlight. They're nicknamed the counselor personality for good reason. Unfortunately, this also means that people take advantage of them. Ultimately, these relationships end up getting exhausting for them. It's important that INFJs choose balanced relationships that make them feel good, too. Number 10, they are meticulous planners. INFJs have an aptitude for organizing and planning. From filing papers at work and color-coding bookshelves to planning the week ahead with nifty bullet journals, you can always count on an INFJ to be prepped, punctual, and persistent. They make 5-year plans and 10-year plans. They're perfectionists too, so for them, everything needs to go according to plan. Are you an INFJ? Do you identify with these traits? Tell us in the comments section below. Don't forget to press the like button and click on the bell icon to get a notification every time we post a new video. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to keep making exciting content for you guys. That's all we have for you today. We'll see you again next time. Bye.